Hello everyone, today we will start chapter 11, Transportation in Animals and Plants. The topics which we will cover are blood, blood vessels, heart, excretion and transportation in plants. Before moving ahead, answer me one question, that can you live without food? Can you survive without food? Yes, only for few weeks, then we need food to live. Similarly, can you survive without water? Yes, only for few days, but after that we need water to survive. Then can you survive without air, without oxygen? Only for seconds or minutes. Then after that you need oxygen to survive. So we can say that food, water and oxygen, these are essential for our survival. Which three things we discussed? Food, water and oxygen. These three things are essential for our survival. To live, we need these things. Now, when we eat food, it is digested in our stomach, then that absorbed food is transported to all parts of our body. Okay. Then when we inhale air, that oxygen through lungs, it is again transported to the all parts of our body. So how does this transportation takes place? Are there any bus or train inside our body which is transporting these substances? No, there are no such things. So we human body, we have circulatory system in our body. One system is present which is known as circulatory system, which helps in transportation of these things, food, water and oxygen. So in this chapter we are going to study about the circulatory system of human beings. This is circulatory system. You can see so many veins and arteries are present. They carry those food, water and oxygen. And this is excretory system. The waste which is produced in our body, that waste is removed from our body through this excretory system. We will discuss in detail later in this chapter. Then transportation in humans. It is performed by the circulatory system. Now in chapter 10, respiration, we studied about respiratory system, the organs like nasal cavity, trachea, lungs. Similarly, circulatory system, it helps in circulation. Now what are the main components of circulatory system? The components are blood, heart and blood vessels. Now how does it takes place in our body? Let's take an example. A day-to-day life example I will take. Suppose this is building in which you live and it has 10 floors and you live on the top floor, 10th floor. Okay. Now there is any water source. So you need water to survive. So we need to send this water to this top floor. So what do we use? What device do we use? We use a machine, motor. So let's say electric motor. This motor is present here. So with the help of pipe, this motor will send this water to your floor, and that's how you will get water from here. So same happens in our body also. Imagine this is our whole body. Instead of building, this is our body, and this is not motor, this is our heart. Compare this with heart. And this water in our body, what flows? Water? No, in our body blood flows. So instead of this water in our body, blood is there. Now blood is carried through these pipes, these tubes, and these tubes are known as blood vessels. Understood the meaning of all three terms? What is blood, heart and blood vessels? So this heart pumps blood through blood vessels in our whole body. Understood the concept? How circulation takes place in our body? So these are functions of blood, the first component of circulatory system. It transports digested food. The digested food is transported through this blood, because blood has that digested food. Blood contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, waste products, everything is present in our blood, and blood flows in our body. And who is responsible for that flow, for that circulation? Heart. Heart pumps the blood. Another function of blood is removal of waste through kidney. Then it carries oxygen to body parts, and it carries carbon dioxide from body parts to heart. We will discuss it in detail later. Another function, regulation of body temperature. It maintains our body temperature. Now blood, the first component of circulatory system. It is of 4 types. First, RBC, red blood cells. Red blood cells, when we bleed, you can see that red fluid coming out of your injury, that injured part of your body. So that is what that red color is due to RBC, red blood cell. Now this RBC is red in color. Why? Because of the presence of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is present in our blood, which is responsible for the red color, and this hemoglobin carries oxygen and carbon dioxide in our body. It carries what? It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide in our body. What? Hemoglobin, and it is a red pigment. Then second component is, one was RBC, the second is WBC, white blood cell. They are colorless, that's why we call them white blood cell, because they don't have hemoglobin. Now these WBCs are also known as soldier of our body. As you know, what is the role of soldiers for our country? They protect us from the enemy. Okay, they fight with those enemies and keep us protected. Similarly, WBC, they are soldiers of our body because they protect us from the diseases which is caused by germs. Here, who is our enemy? Germs, the microbes which enter our bodies. So these WBC, they protect us from, they destroy, they kill those germs, and they protect us from the disease caused by these microorganisms. Then third part is platelets. Platelets, they help in clotting. They help in clotting. What does it mean? Whenever we are injured, that part of our body starts bleeding, but after few days, if we do not apply anything, but again it heals automatically. So what is their magic in our body? That is because of platelets. It helps in clotting. And the last is plasma. Plasma is fluid in which all those components like RBC, WBC and platelets, they all are present in a fluid known as plasma. Understood the 4 parts of blood: red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets and plasma. This is our blood vessel. Here you can see these red cells, these are RBC, red blood cell, you can see red in color. Then these are WBC, white blood cells. and these blue spots which you can see, they are platelets, and they all are present where? In this fluid which is known as plasma. This is RBC, shape of RBC, and it is red because of the presence of what? Hemoglobin. Here it is hemoglobin, and these blue circles is oxygen. Oxygen combined with this hemoglobin, and it is carried in our body. This is WBC, this is how it looks. It is white in color because it does not have hemoglobin. These are platelets. This is injury, and they are forming a clot. This is formation of clot. Why? Because of the platelets. Here this man, he is inserting a needle in his finger and he is making a cut. You can see the cut in his finger and this needle. Now there is cut in his finger, so the finger will start bleeding. As you can see, the RBC, red blood cells, are falling down. So as soon as these platelets which are flowing inside his finger, they senses the cut in his finger, they start accumulating on the cut, and after some time you can see a layer of platelets is formed. Here again platelets, and finally a blood clot, and his finger is healed now. Second component of circulatory system is blood vessels. It is of three types: arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries, you can see these red in color arteries because it carry oxygenated blood. That means the blood which is rich in oxygen, the blood which carries oxygen. And veins, they are blue in color, which shows that they are deficient in oxygen, means they carry carbon dioxide. And capillaries, capillaries join these arteries and veins. This is structure of artery. Let's look here about artery. We are discussing blood vessels. First type is artery. Artery always carry oxygen rich blood from heart to our different parts of body. As our parts required, body parts required oxygen rich blood to respire, but you can see one more case. This heart will send blood to lungs also, that is also part of our body, but there is an exception. When blood is circulating from heart to lungs, that blood is containing carbon dioxide. This blood contains carbon dioxide. So this is an exception in artery. Only one artery which is an exception, and the name of that artery is pulmonary artery. This artery carries carbon dioxide rich blood from heart to lungs. This is the only exception, whereas rest of the arteries carry oxygen rich blood. Understood the concept of artery? Then moving ahead to veins. Veins, just opposite case of artery. Vein carries carbon dioxide rich blood. After consuming that oxygenated blood, that blood becomes rich in carbon dioxide. So from the parts of our body, from body parts, that blood is sent back to our heart. Okay, and one more thing, again there is an exception, lungs. Our lungs will also send blood to our heart. This blood is rich in carbon dioxide and this blood is rich in oxygen. So this is an exception, as I told you that veins, they carry oxygen rich blood. Sorry, veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood. So this is vein, but this is an exception as it is carrying oxygen rich blood. So we named this vein as pulmonary vein. Understood? In case of artery, exception was pulmonary artery as it was carrying carbon dioxide rich blood. In case of veins, pulmonary vein is an exception as it is carrying oxygen rich blood. That was all about arteries and veins, and last was capillary. It joins artery and veins. Now the last component is heart. Third component of circulatory system is heart. Before that, this is structure of artery. You can see the walls of artery is thick. Okay, why? Because it carries the rapid flow of blood, because it is transferring blood to the rest part of the body. So it is, the wall of this artery is thick. This is structure of vein. The wall is comparatively thin and it has valve. What is the function of valve? As it controls the flow of blood. This valve, it allows blood to flow in a particular direction, because this vein contains what? Carbon dioxide rich blood. So the purpose of valve is to send carbon dioxide rich blood directly to the heart. The next component, heart, it is a muscular pumping organ located on the left side of the chest. As we know that heart is situated on the left side of our chest cavity, because the bottom of heart is slightly tilted towards left. So we say that heart is present on the left side. And what is the function of heart? It pumps blood to different parts of the body. As I compare it with that electric motor, function of motor was to pump water to different stories of building. Here function of heart is it pumps blood to different body parts. You can see it is slightly tilted towards left. This is the real structure of heart. Whatever you have seen till now, that emoji, that heart emoji, that is just imaginary. This is the real heart, structure of real heart. These red lines represent arteries and these blue lines represent veins. Now let's discuss the structure of heart. We have divided our heart into 4 chambers. Okay, we have divided heart into 4 chambers. The upper chambers are known as atria, and the lower, the bottom chambers are known as ventricles. Now this is left atrium, this is right atrium, this is left ventricle, and this is right ventricle. Now you will say that, ma'am, this side is right and this is left. No, we are observing the structure of heart this way. Now it has become my left and this is my right. So same here, this is left, this is right, and the left side is separated from the right side with septum. You can see there is separation between left and right side of our heart with the help of septum. Understood the structure of heart? Look here. These are 2 upper chambers which are atrium. These are 2 lower chambers known as ventricles. This is right half, this is left half, and you can see right half is separated through left half with the help of septum. Okay, right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. Now double blood circulation. Now how circulation of blood takes place in our body with the help of heart? First look here. These are lungs. Then, heart will come, and our body parts. These are 4 chambers of our heart. I am erasing this. You know now this is heart. This chamber, this square represents our heart. Now through lungs we know we respire. So during respiration, which gas do we inhale? We inhale air, and which gas is needed by our body? That is oxygen. So during respiration we inhaled oxygen, and in lungs that oxygen is transferred to our blood. Understood? So from here, from lungs, we are getting oxygen rich blood. And which blood vessel is carrying this oxygen rich blood? That is pulmonary vein. Exception which I told you. Now this vein will enter our this is left. It will enter our left atrium, then through left atrium it will pass to left ventricle, and through left ventricle with the help of artery, and the name of that artery is aorta, it will be transferred to the rest body parts. Okay. Now after utilizing that oxygen rich blood, our body parts will release carbon dioxide gas. That gas will dissolve in our blood, and now this blood will carry carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay. And which blood vessel will carry this? Vein will carry, and the name of that vein is vena cava. Now through this vena cava, this oxygen rich blood will enter in right atrium. Through right atrium it will move to right ventricle, and from right ventricle with the help of pulmonary artery, next exception, pulmonary artery, it will be sent to our lungs. So this is the whole process of circulation which takes place in our body. So you can pause the video here and you can understand the arrows, what is the direction of vein, artery, from where it is entering or leaving our heart chamber. It will be clear. I have made it all clear to you. Okay. The same thing is shown here. From our lungs, this is carrying oxygen rich blood which enters in left atrium, then through left atrium it is entering left ventricle, then through aorta it is going to our body parts. After utilization, carbon dioxide rich blood is passed through this vena cava which enters right atrium. Through right atrium it flows in right ventricle, and through pulmonary artery it is again going to lungs. That was all about circulation. Now before moving ahead, write one internal question which is, name the components of circulatory system on page number 130. Answer is blood, blood vessels and heart. Then heartbeat. Now we know that heart pumps blood. So what is that pumping? That is contraction and relaxation of our heart, and that contraction and relaxation is known as heartbeat. One complete cycle of this rhythmic contraction followed by its relaxation constitute a heartbeat. Simply contraction and relaxation. Heartbeat continues throughout our life. When our heart stops beating, then what will happen to our body? We will die. And now how can we hear the sound of our heartbeat? With the help of stethoscope. Okay, using this device we can hear the sound of our heartbeat. As it amplifies the sound of our heartbeat, it increases the sound of heartbeat. It consists of earpiece which we insert in our ears, then tubes are present which carries the sound of heartbeat, and this is chest piece which is kept on our chest cavity. Then pulse. Throbbing movement in the wrist is called pulse when our heart beats. So the blood flows in our blood vessels, so that throbbing is known as pulse. And for a normal person, pulse rate is between 72 to 80 beats per minute. Is this topic clear? Then next is excretion. Now we have studied about circulation. Now our body will produce some waste product also. So like in our houses also waste product is produced. So what do we do of that waste? We just throw it out, we dump it in the bin. So similarly, removal of waste product from our body is necessary. So the process, the removal of waste product from our body is known as excretion. So let's talk about the parts of excretory system. In our excretory system, two kidneys are present, two ureter, urinary bladder, and at the bottom urethra. These are kidneys. We have two kidneys, two ureter, one urinary bladder, and one urethra. This is structure of our excretory system: kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. So what is the role of this kidney? It filters our blood. Like before drinking water, we filter it first. Similarly, so that what is the purpose of filtering water? We remove the dirt particles, whatever microorganisms are present. So the role of kidney is to filter blood, and it forms urine which is passed through this urethra. Understood the structure of excretory system? Very simple. This is same, this excretory system, it is present behind, this kidney is present behind liver. That was about human beings. Now other animals, not all animals have proper excretory system like us. So the fishes, they excrete in the form of ammonia. Okay, their waste product is ammonia which is dissolved in water, and ammonia is in gaseous form. Then in birds and lizards, the excreta is uric acid which is a white colored compound and semi-solid. Now tell me, if you will not perform well for exams, then ultimately you will fail. Similarly, if kidney will not perform its function well, then kidney will fail. So with the age, our kidney, the performance of our kidney starts declining. So that decline in performance of kidney is known as kidney failure. So what is kidney failure? Which term we discussed right now? Kidney failure, the stage at which the kidney starts means it does not perform well, that is kidney failure. But removal of waste product is important, because if that waste product is not removed from our body, then that urea, ammonia, it will start accumulating in our body, and it is toxic in nature, so it will harm our body. So excretion, that process is important. So instead of kidney, what we use? We use artificial kidney to remove waste product from our blood, and this whole process is known as dialysis. Very expensive process it is, and that process is known as dialysis. As you can see, through these tubes blood is coming out, and by this machine blood is getting filtered. Okay, now write second internal question on page 131. What is the rate of heartbeat of a resting person? And mark the answer. For a resting person, the rate of heartbeat is 72 to 80. Now come to the last topic and next topic of a chapter, transportation in plants. Like animals, we human beings, we have proper circulatory system for transportation, but in case of plants, they do not have any circulatory system. So how does transportation takes place in plants? In plants, some specialized tissues are present, and those tissues are known as vascular tissue. Vascular tissues, as these tissues are responsible for transportation of food and water in plants. These are of two types. First, xylem, and second is phloem. Like let's say this is very rough sketch of a plant. These are roots of plants. Now these roots have very small hair which are known as root hair, and these hair help in absorption of water through the soil. Okay, and you know the what does leaf do? It photosynthesize, they manufacture food. So xylem is responsible for transportation of It is responsible for transportation of water and minerals, whereas phloem, these tissues are responsible for transportation of food which is manufactured by leaves of plant. That's it. Now next topic is transpiration. Okay, this is structure of xylem as it is carrying water. This is phloem. From leaves, food is getting transferred to the rest parts of our plant. The next topic is transpiration. Like in case of human beings, we show sweating, that is removal of water from our body. Similarly, instead of sweating, we use the term transpiration in case of plants. Now, what are the benefits of transpiration in a plant body? There are two benefits. First, by this process, every part of plant is getting water, as it is working like a straw. When you drink juice using straw, so that is the function of this process in the body of plant, and it creates a suction pull. Like again, when we suck through that straw, we are sucking that juice into our mouth. Similarly, this transpiration, it creates suction pull in the body of plant. So here comes your third internal question, which you have to write on page 132. What is the function of phloem? And mark the answer. The food synthesized by the leaves is transported in a soluble form to all parts of the plant by a vascular tissue called phloem. So that was all about this chapter, transportation in plants and animals. Thank you.